Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can customize the Sense theme on Shopify. If you do not yet have a Shopify account, I will leave my Shopify affiliate link in the description of this video, and using that link, that will give you the best deals and discounts available. This is an affiliate link, so if you do sign up using my link, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you for signing up through my link. So I get a small commission, you get the best deals and discounts available. It's a win-win situation. The deal right now is that you get Shopify for free for the first 3 days, and then your first 3 months of Shopify are only $1 per month. Now for me, it says £1 per month because I'm in the UK, but if you are in the US, it will be $1 per month. If you are in Europe, it will be €1 per month. You get the idea. It's essentially $1 per month every month for your first 3 months. But all we have to do on this screen is go ahead and enter in the email address that you would like to sign up with. And then once that is entered in, we can click right here on Start Free Trial. Shopify is then going to ask us a few different questions. However, this really doesn't matter and it makes no difference to your experience on Shopify. So what I recommend is clicking right here on I don't want help setting up. We can click into this, and then for these plans, it's very important to get one of these set up. I will show you why in a second. So just for now on this screen, click on skip, I will decide later. Now, the reason that we actually need to get one of these plans is because right now, if we go over to the online store area on Shopify, you will see that the online store is going to be password protected, which means that nobody will be able to access your store. So it's very important that we get this set up and removed. To do this, all we are going to do is just go back to the home area right here on Shopify. Then right at the top here, we can see it says select a plan to get 3 months for just £1 or $1 per month. So all we are going to do is click right here into select a plan. And then the plan that you always want to go for is going to be this basic plan. Essentially, the features are the exact same, so there are no locked features behind these higher paid plans. Essentially, the only difference is if you need to add additional staff accounts, if you have staff working for you, or the standard card rate, so the transaction fee that you get charged every time you make a sale, is actually going to drop as we go up these plans. So all this means is later down the line, what you can actually do is save on Shopify by upgrading your plan. Because right here, if I go from basic into Shopify and I save on my card fees, this can actually save me money even though I'm upgrading. But as a beginner, if this is your first store or if you are just testing things out, we always want to go with basic right here. So we can select the basic plan. Then all we are going to do is choose the payment method and how we would like to pay, whether this is with a debit or credit card or with PayPal right here. So we enter in the payment information. Right here, we get the free trial. We get the 3 months for just $1 per month. And then after those 3 months, we start the actual Shopify billing. So we can enter that in and then click right here on subscribe. And just like that, the subscription is successful. We are now fully signed up to Shopify. So what we can now do is go ahead and remove that password from our online store. To do this, all we need to do is go over to the online store section on this left-hand side. So we can click into this. And then this is going to take us over to the online store area. Right here where it says your online store is password protected, this is now unlocked. So we can go ahead and remove the password by simply clicking on this button. Okay, awesome. So now what we need to do is by default, the default theme on Shopify is going to be the Dawn theme. This video is about Sense theme and customizing the Sense theme. So the next thing that we need to do is actually add the Sense theme to the store. To do this, just stay in the online store area, the screen that we are currently on, and then we are simply just going to scroll down right here until we see the Sense theme. It is a very high likelihood that it will show up right here, so just click on Try Theme. However, alternatively, if for whatever reason it doesn't show up, we just want to go down to the More Theme options and click on Visit Theme Store. And this is going to take us over to the actual theme store of Shopify. So all we need to do in here is set this to price is free. And then we just want to go down, find the Sense theme right here and open this up. And then from here, we can click on Try Theme and install this onto our store. Just like that, the Sense theme is now going to be added, and we will be taken back over to this area where the Sense theme is now loading in to the theme library. So we just need to give it a few seconds here to fully upload onto the theme library. And then once the Sense theme is fully added to the theme library, all we are going to do is click right here on Publish to set this to the main store theme. So we can publish this. The Sense theme is now going to be set as the current theme. And then to get in to be able to customize the Sense theme, all we now need to do is click right here into Customize, and this is going to take us over to the Shopify editor. If this is your first time using the Shopify editor, I want to give you a super simple and super quick overview into how this works. Essentially, with the Shopify editor, we have these different what are called sections. So you see right now, my highlighted section is between this blue line and this blue line. This section is called the announcement bar, and we can also see this on the control panel on the left-hand side. So we have the announcement bar, then beneath this, between this blue line and this blue line, we have the header. And these two sections are in a major section called the header. Then beneath this, we have the actual template, the main content of our store. And this is made up of an image with text, as we can see right here, between this blue line and this blue line. We then have the featured collection between this blue line and this blue line. And then we have the footer at the bottom right here, which is once again made up of two sections. So that is a very simple and basic overview, but honestly, you don't need a deep understanding of exactly how the editor works, because the awesome thing about this is all we have to do is click into these certain sections, and then we can go ahead and edit them. So let's start right at the top with this announcement bar right here. And this is something that we want to remove. We don't want this on the store. So all we are going to do is go to the announcement bar and hover over this. Click on the announcement bar right here. And then once we have clicked on this, we can see we have the remove button right here. So we can go ahead and remove this. Awesome. The next section that we are going to edit is the header section right here. So once again, we just hover over the header section, click into the header section right here, and then all of the changes that we can make to this header section are going to appear here on the right hand side. So in this right hand side control panel, this is where we make all the changes that we are going to make to the header. The first is actually going to be adding our logo to the header instead of my store. So this is where our logo is going to appear. To add in the logo, all we do is where it says edit your logo in theme settings. Let's click into this. And this is now going to open up the logo area on the left-hand side where we can add our logo in. So to do this, we simply click on select image. We can then go ahead and add images to our store and add our logo. So we can click into that. I'm then going to navigate and find my logo right here and simply drop this in. So the logo is now going to upload. And once that is fully uploaded, we just make sure this is checked off. Click on done, and look at this. The My Store is now going to be replaced with the logo. The second thing that we need to do in this area is add a favicon image. And what a favicon image is you see right here at the top of my tabs where I have this Shopify logo right here. This is the favicon for both of these websites. So all we are going to do is add the exact same logo into the favicon, and that's going to show up when people open this in a tab. So we can click on select image, select the exact same logo and drop that in. And awesome, we now have a favicon as well. The last thing that we are going to edit in the header section for now is simply going to be the logo and the menu position. In terms of the actual menu items, so you might want to add like an about us page, you might want to add a few things in here. We do this towards the end of building the store. So for now, all we are going to do in this header is adjust the position if you would like to. So let's click back into this. You absolutely do not have to change the header position. It's just an option. But right here, we have the desktop logo position. So we can either position this in the top left, that looks like that, the top center, the middle left, or the middle center. I actually prefer the way this looks in the top center, so I'm going to leave this as it is. Awesome. So we now have the first part of our header created. Next, let's scroll down and actually customize the main sections of our website, starting out with this image and text. So we simply click into this once again, and then just like we did with the header, we are going to make all of the changes that we can make to this over here on the right-hand side control panel. The first thing that we are going to add is a main image to our website. Now, there are two ways that we can get an image for this section. The first is going to be free, and the second is going to be a paid method, and this method looks a lot more professional. So for the free method, the best way to get an image for this is you can either take the image yourself, or alternatively, we can go over to this website right here called Pexels. And this is a website that is going to give you royalty-free stock images. So for my website, I'm going to be building a coffee e-commerce store where I sell coffee. So in here, I could select photos, and then I would just go ahead and search for coffee, and then I can choose one of these to upload to my store. So once you have found an image that you like the look of and you would like to add to your store, we can simply click on download right here to download this image. And then to upload this to the store, we just go back over to Shopify. Right here at the top where it says image, we click on select image, drop the image that we just got in, which is this image right here. And then once that is selected, we can drop this into the store, and that image is now going to appear in this section right here. So that is the free method. Now, the second method, which is the paid and the most professional method, is going to allow you to get professional brand images and mockups of your product. The method that we use in order to do this is called placeit.net, and this is going to allow us to upload our logo and anything else that we would like to on different mockups. Once again, this is an affiliate link, so if you do go ahead and sign up using the link below, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, and once again, you will get the best deals and discounts available on Placeit. So in my example, as I'm building a coffee e-commerce website, I can go up here and I can search for coffee bag, and this is going to bring me up all of these different coffee bags that I can go ahead and upload my brand image to. So for this section right here, I think this one looks absolutely awesome. So I can click in and select this and then click on edit. And then in the Placeit editor right here, all I have to do is go over to this left-hand side panel to design, click into this and choose upload from my device. And then I already created some coffee labels that I will be using earlier on. I can then go ahead and drop in, let's say, this label that I created earlier, just like that. And this is now going to be uploaded. I also want to change the coffee bag color to black, as that is going to be my design and packaging. And just like that, this is now created. This looks super, super professional, right? Once we have this created, we can then go up and download. Now, this is where the paid part comes in. However, this is actually not very expensive at all. We can buy the unlimited subscription for just $7.50 per month, but we do not have to pay for this monthly. As we are setting up the store, we just buy this once for $7.50, and then we can cancel this before the next month comes on, so we only get charged once for this. So my design is now available for me to download. I can download it right here, and I now have this image. All we now have to do is go back over to the Shopify store. Then in the image, we can go ahead and change this. And then I'm going to upload the image that I just created using Placeit. So that is selected, and we can drop this in. And just like that, we now have this professional image added to the store. Once we have this added in, we can then go over to the text area right here, this main heading, and we can change the heading and decide what this is going to say. So we can type that in and we can create the text. And then for me, this is a little bit too big. So what we might want to do is adjust the heading size. So I'm just going to set this to small, and already this looks a lot better. Then beneath this, we have the button. So we can select the button and we can once again choose what this says over on the right hand side. So in here, I'm going to say shop the brew. That looks absolutely awesome. And then we can choose where this is actually going to link to. Right now, this is going to link to all products. So this is absolutely fine. When people click on this, they will be taken over to the product area. So this main section is basically now created. We can click in here and make a few other changes, such as the image height. We could set this to medium. We can also go ahead and choose the placement, if the image comes first or if the image comes second. But what you will usually find with these settings down here is these have already been split tested by Shopify to find the highest converting way of putting these. So I just leave these as they are. There is really no reason to change these. Next, what we can do is we can scroll down, and the next section on this Shopify theme is going to be the featured products section. I already have my products in here and created. And if you do not know how to add products and you do not have any products yet on your store, and this section is blank, then Then all we are going to do in order to add your products, this is very easy to do. We just want to go up here and click on save. And once your store is saved, we just back out to the main Shopify homepage. And over here on the left hand side, we can see the products tab. So we can go ahead and click into products right here. And by default, you shouldn't have any products in here. All we need to do in order to add products is click on add product in this top right corner, and then we can go down and add the product into here. So we just create the product title, we create the product description, we can add our media in this area, choose the pricing, we can choose if we want to track inventory, add the weight, and that is how we can add products. Once your products have been added, we can then go back over to the online store and they will automatically be added into this area. So if we just click back into customize, once you have added these will automatically show up. So the only thing that we need to change in this area is really going to be the heading. Instead of featured products, I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to say that this is our best sellers, just like that. And then we can add a short description in here if we would like. We can also change the heading size. But once again, I think really having a minimalistic approach to this theme is the best way to go about it. So that is the brass tacks of the Sense theme. And that is how we can edit the default sections that are in here. What you can do though, is you can take this to the next level and really add your own customization to this by going down here and adding in these different sections. Now, I'm not going to go in and explain exactly what each of these sections are and what they do, because this would make the video hours and hours long. But with each of these, you just go in and edit these in the same way. So as an example, if we wanted to add a rich text section in here to talk a little bit about the brand, we could add this in right here. Rich text is now going to be added. And then once this is added in, we do the exact same thing where we can click into these text areas and then go ahead and edit the heading. So I'm going to add this as the heading right here. Then I can create a short about us section. And just like that, I now have this section created. Now, when adding in different sections to this area, don't worry about the colors, like this is the complete wrong color compared to this button. We will worry about the colors in a minute towards the end of the tutorial, so just leave this for now. What we can do though, is we can rearrange these sections by simply dragging and dropping. You see these little dots right here. What I can do is move the rich text section above by clicking and dragging right here. And now I have this above this best sellers section. For the footer section, for now, we will leave it as it is. All we need to do in here is just add some legal pages, which we will do later on. But the next thing that we are going to do is change the color scheme for our website. Because right now, the default color scheme, it might be fantastic. You might want to leave it as it is. But for me, creating a coffee shop in this example, the color scheme doesn't really fit. So let's go ahead and change that. So to change the color on our store, all we need to do is go over to the theme settings, this settings icon on the left hand side. And then from this menu, we can see the colors right here. So we want to click into this, and then we are going to go ahead and add a new color scheme. So just click on add scheme right here, and then we can choose the background. We can choose if we would like a gradient, the text color, and everything like that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is the gradient always takes priority over the background. So what we need to do is, if you don't want a gradient and you just want a regular color scheme without a gradient, we need to go in and turn this off. So we just click into the background gradient right here, scroll down and click on remove gradient, and that is going to be removed from this color scheme. Also, you will notice as we go out and edit this color scheme, none of the colors on the website are going to change. We need to create the color scheme first and then apply it later on once the color scheme has been created. So for this, I'm going to go into the background right here, and I want to set this to kind of like a brown color to represent coffee. Or maybe we can actually go for a beige color. Let's just try that out first of all. Then we can go in and choose the text color. So I kind of want this to be a gray. Something like that is going to be absolutely fantastic. For the buttons, maybe we want to go with more of like a gold. Let's try that out. Something like this. Really, the idea behind this is not to perfect it first time. We want to apply this, and then we can apply tweaks when we see this. For the button text, maybe we will go for a gray once again. And I now have my color scheme set up. So once you have created your first color scheme to try out, all we then need to do is just back out, and this is now going to be color scheme 6. So to apply apply this to the website, all we are going to do is click into each of these sections right here, starting with the header. And then on the right hand side, we can see the color scheme that we can go ahead and change. So I'm going to change this from color scheme 1 to color scheme 6 and do the same right here. Just make sure there's no more that we can change. Maybe in the theme settings. No, that is fantastic. We can then go down to this next section right here and do the exact same thing. So color scheme 1 to color scheme 6. Color scheme 2 to color scheme 6. Awesome. We can then go down to the next section and do the exact same thing. So you should be getting the idea of how to do this. So now this has all been set to the correct color. The only thing that you may notice is sometimes between these sections, there's going to be a little gap that isn't the color that we need. So in order to change this, all we are going to do is this basically means there's a little bit of padding between one of these sections. We just need to find out which one it is. So we can try with the header first. Let's click into this. And then we just go down and right here we can see margin and padding. So this is just something we play along with. Let's see if it's the margin, which it was. We turn that down and that is now going to be removed. The only thing that we need to do now in terms of the colors is just make sure that the rest of the website pages are congruent with this homepage. So right here at the top, we first of all want to save this. Then we can go from the homepage into the products page right here. And click into default product. And you can see that this is going to be the default color. So once again, we just click in, edit this from color scheme 1 to color scheme 6. Do the rest for all of these. You already know how to do this at this point. And we just want to go ahead and do this for all of these other pages. So now we have the entire website right here. All we now need to do is set up some legal pages, connect up our domain, and connect up Shopify payments so that we can actually make payments through the store. In order to do this, we just save all of the changes that we have made, and then we want to back out to the main Shopify homepage. To add and create our policy and legal pages, we want to come down here into settings in this bottom left corner, and then on this left-hand side, right at the bottom, we can see policies. Now this is actually extremely easy to set up as Shopify has templates. So all we have to do is go into the terms of service. This is one of the legal pages. Click on insert template right here. And then the only thing that you need to change is throughout this, you will see these square brackets. So anytime we see a square bracket, is that all of them in here? We basically just want to go through and all of these square brackets, we need to enter in the information that it asks for. Once we have done that, we can click on publish right here. Then we just do the same for the shipping policy. So we can enter in our own shipping policy. Let's say shipping is 5 days for UK, 15 days internationally. Just like that, we can then click on publish. Do the same for the terms of service right here. We can then do the same for the contact information, which is required. Insert template and just enter in the information that it asks for. Once all of the policies have been created, we then want to click on this X icon right here. And to actually add this to the store, all we now need to do is in the online store tab, click into navigation right here. And then we need to add this to the footer menu. So we click into the footer menu. For this search, we want to delete this. We don't need this. And then we click add new menu item. Leave this top box free. This is going to autofill. But we go down to the pages. Then we select policies, add the contact information and click on done. Add new menu item, policies, add the privacy policy, add that right there. And we just go ahead and do this for the rest of the policies. Once these have all been added in, all we then have to do is go back to themes and click back into our store. And then we can scroll right down to the footer of the website right at the bottom. And we can see all of these policies have now been added. Awesome. We now have the policy and legal pages set up. Next, let's connect up Shopify payments so that we can actually accept payments through the store. In order to do this, we just back to the Shopify main page. Once again, click down here into settings, and then in this area, click right here on payments. We can then go through and set up Shopify payments. So this is going to allow you to accept all of the major credit cards and debit cards like Amex, Visa, and MasterCard. So we just click on account setup right here, submit details, and then it will walk you step by step through how to do this. And then we might also want to go back to payments and set up PayPal as well. And this way we can accept payments through PayPal. Then the very final thing that we need to do on our store is just buy a custom domain, because right now this is my domain and it doesn't look very professional. So to buy a professional domain, we just go down to domains right here on the left hand side, click on buy a new domain. And then in here, we search for the domain that we would like to buy. So in this example, I'm going to go for geforcecoffee.com. We can enter that in right there. And then I can see that geforcecoffee.com is available for $16 per year. So we then click on buy, go through and buy this domain, and then this will automatically connect to the store so that when people go to geforcecoffee.com, they will be taken over to your store and they will be able to buy things from your Shopify store. So that is how you can customize the Sense theme on Shopify. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.